Dame de ne, dame do, dame dame yo. Lantana, suki de, suki suki de. What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and welcome to me playing one of the spin-off games over here for, of course, you know, the Yakuza franchise. But I want to make today's YouTube video because I am absolutely loving the brand new news that came out recently regarding Yakuza and everything going on with it. Us Yakuza fans are eating good tonight, boy. So I hope all of you guys have been having a wonderful day, afternoon, night, or whatever else. And you know what? I kind of want to go with Majima, but I'm going to go with Kiryu just for the hell of it. I've never played this, by the way, but this is like their spin-off game, you know, dedicated to, like, based around another game or whatever, so we got to keep that in mind. Anyways, recently the RGG Game Studio had their, like, presentation, and while it was kind of, like, localized in English by, you know, someone dubbing over it, it was still a very hype thing to happen and wake up to, because for those who were unaware, this actually came out super early in the morning today. Like, when I woke up at like 8 in the morning, right? I woke up, this was already gone, you know, it was already out of here, so it was like, you know, everything you wanted to get announced, already announced. It's just a nice little morning wake-up present for you, and that was like super hype for me, because for anyone who doesn't know, I am a super big fan for the Yakuza franchise, and I'm just now realizing that doing that is actually tanking my health, so maybe I shouldn't really just like punch the air like that. If I actually like attack him, will it not do damage? Oh god, okay, you know what, let's avoid doing that specifically. How do I grab this? But anyways, we had a lot of brand new news come out regarding, of course, you know, Yakuza and what's happening with the franchise, and I am just super excited for it. So firstly, they're not going to be calling it the Yakuza franchise anymore. Going forward, they're actually going to be calling it Like a Dragon. So instead of getting Yakuza Like a Dragon 8, it's going to just be called Like a Dragon 8. And, you know, this is going to be an interesting change. I'll probably still call it, you know, the Yakuza franchise. I call Lost Judgment and Judgment Yakuza still. So it's still going to be under the same border. It's going to be made by the same team and everything else like that, but they're dropping the word Yakuza from it. Now, other than this, there was something very interesting that they announced, which is a few kind of like spin-off games. And I'm sorry, I just realized my mouse was on the screen. But firstly, they announced that they're going to be actually re-releasing, you know, one of their like side games that was just kind of like a fighting spin-off game. They're going to be re-releasing that in the United States and everywhere else out there. Now, keep in mind, originally this game, Ishin, was only ever released in Japan, and, you know, RGG's kind of based, because instead of just being like, oh yeah, we're going to localize this game for you, they are like, here's the old game, here's the spin-off game for every platform, localized in every language, basically. You know, obviously not all the languages, but most of the big languages, and we are remaking it to have HD graphics and everything else, and that just makes me so excited, because it means that this game's not only getting, you know, remade to be better or anything like that, but they're literally just going to make sure everything's prepared for everyone to enjoy it, no matter if you had played the original ages ago, or, you know, you are just like a new fan trying out some of their spin-off games and stuff to figure out, you know, what the experience is like when it comes to that entire franchise. So, you know, hats off to RGG Games. I love this studio so much. Like, I love the Yakuza franchise, but just knowing how much they care about this franchise as a whole, and knowing how much, you know, they keep updating and stuff. I think I'm dead here. Yeah, okay, well, I came back, we have a few lives, but, just knowing how much RGG Games actually cares about their studio and just, you know, their game franchise as a whole, their community and everything else, and they're willing to keep remaking some old games, making a lot of, you know, crazy content or whatever, makes me super excited, because I just really love this franchise. It's something that, when I first heard about it, I never really thought I was ever going to play it or like it, but as I started playing it, man, I found myself playing this game all the time, and I'm just super happy to see that, you know, they're going to continue showing love to it. But also, on top of this, before Yakuza 8 releases in 2024, in 2023 we're getting like a side story, which is supposed to be half the length of a normal Yakuza game, but it's supposed to be Like a Dragon Gaijin, which is supposed to tell us what happened to Kiryu during Yakuza 6 Song of Life, all the way to Yakuza 8, so that we're caught up to everything going on with his life, because Yakuza 8 will feature, or I guess Like a Dragon 8, will feature Kiryu as an actual playable character. They're going back to the system they used a long time ago, where they had, you know, two playable characters, one of them being Majima, the other being not Yakuza, but Kiryu, and it's like, now you'll be able to actually play with Ichiban and Kiryu in the same game, so I am super excited for it. Now, I'm sorry with how I say Kiryu, I know I'm like emphasizing the U a lot, But, you know, I'm just super excited to see all this come out. Now, I'm not fully caught up with all the Yakuza games, so I'm thinking for background footage for this channel and just a lot of stuff I start playing, it might include a lot of Yakuza gameplay, just so you know I'm able to actually include all the footage and everything of my experience going through just the magical world that is this franchise. Now, I am getting bombed there. Okay, there we go. I don't know why that attack does damage to me. Like, you know, I understand it being a powerful attack or whatever, but why's it gotta damage me as well? It just kind of sounds scuffed. We're gonna keep him in the corner, but yeah, us Yakuza fans are eating so good. We get 2 games in 2023, then we get another mainline game in 2024, and I just can't wait to delve into it, you know, play through it for hours upon hours on end, and enjoy everything that it has to offer. Now, on top of this, they also released Judgment and Lost Judgment, plus the DLC on Steam today, so I now own basically every Yakuza game to ever release that, you know, is released in the West and isn't like, you know, a very older one, like one of the ones that haven't been remastered or anything. I now own all of those on Steam, and man, it's fun. I'm gonna have a lot of games to play through, and I'm super happy. As a friend, like a fan of the franchise, super happy to see everything that this game franchise just has to offer, and just all the announcements and everything going on about it have me so pumped up just for anything else going on. Now, something they also mentioned in like their little showcase thing is that Yakuza 8, or I guess it's really hard to say Like a Dragon 8 instead of Yakuza 8, because it's just, you know, I think of Yakuza as the title of the franchise, and it's really what everyone else thinks of it as well. Or at least, you know, a giant majority of people out there just know it as Yakuza, not Like a Dragon. But with Like a Dragon 8, they're going to be quote-unquote making it their largest Yakuza... Oh my god, I keep saying it. I'm sorry, RGG. Don't hate on me. Don't hate on me for saying it. I'll try. I'll learn, I promise you. But for Like a Dragon 8, they're actually planning to make it the largest RGG game ever made by the franchise studio or whatever, which has me super hyped up, because Yakuza 0, oh my god, that is so much content in it. And, you know, I've been playing Kiwami 1 recently. That already has a lot of content as well. So this is going to be their largest game ever, and you'll be able to play as Kyoto and Ichiban. Oh, man. I can't wait. You know, I'm so pumped up, so excited, and I am so happy that this is a franchise I did eventually get into. And I know during the time between, you know, all these games releasing, I want to go through and play through every single Yakuza game, the Zero, Kiwami. I want to play through Zero again, you know, try playing Mahjong, the worst game mode ever in my opinion. I want to play through Kiwami, I want to play through like 3, 4, 5, 6, all of those, and Like a Dragon fully through. And then I also want to play through Lost Judgment, I want to play through Normal Judgment as well. And, hear me out here, I was thinking about this, what if during all of this, after, you know, I finished talking about the franchise, I was thinking of another franchise to get into, and I think it would be pretty cool if I was to start playing the Metal Gear franchise, you know, go through all of those games, learn all the story and all that, play through all the old ones, play through all the new ones, and then potentially go into Resident Evil. But overall, just for me as a game enjoyer of these single-player experiences, I am so happy. I am so excited for the new Yakuza game, and I can't wait to see what else happens, because I love single-player games, right? I get, you know, there's some people out there who really enjoy multiplayer games, but this is my jam. If I could get more of this every day, well, obviously not this specific game, because, you know, this is a, like, spin-off game they made. If I could get more just Yakuza in my life every single day, I'm 100% down. I am ready, and I want it right now. So, yeah, this video was just me saying I'm super excited, and I can't wait to see what happens with the future of the Yakuza franchise and whatever else happens. So to anyone out there who has never played a Yakuza game, they're on Game Pass, they're on PlayStation Plus, they're basically everywhere. They're on Steam if you want to buy them, and it has a lot of people modding the games, so if you really want a modding experience, you could play through the games once, learn the storyline and all that stuff, and then you could play through the games again with mods and just have a lot of fun. There's so much to do. I mean, there's even mods where people have made it so you could watch entire episodes of Hell Kitchen, or I guess Hell's Kitchen, in Yakuza. So it's just like, there's so much you can do. I would really recommend you guys to pick them up, and if you do start off, I would say start off with Yakuza 0, just because it's a prequel to everything that goes down in the entire franchise, but also because it's one of their biggest games ever, and it has so much to do. I think in order to do the main storyline, with me, you know, trying to avoid some of the side quest stuff, which I still ended up doing a lot of, it took me like 20 hours. It almost took like an entire day. So you have some time just to, you know, sit around, dig deep into the game, watch tons of cutscenes and stuff, and enjoy the beautiful world they put together for you. Now, something of course I do want to mention is that if you're not big into watching cutscenes, maybe the Yakuza franchise isn't the franchise for you. The only reason I mention that is because this game and this entire franchise is very cutscene heavy, and especially as someone who plays it on Xbox mainly, but, you know, now that I own them all on Steam, Probably be playing through them all on Steam as well. One thing I've really noticed is that on Xbox, some of the cutscenes are so long, in fact, that your controller can go inactive and like turn itself off, and then your screen will dim itself just because of how long it's been that you were just watching something. And of course, you know, the first few games in the franchise, like Zero, aren't dubbed in English or anything like that. They're all subtitled and everything, so maybe if you don't want to read subtitles, it's not the game for you. I'm not for sure about the newer ones, but I know the older ones are all subtitled. But honestly, believe it or not, Yakuza is the reason I can properly watch subbed anime and not have the excuse of, oh, I'm trying to, you know, watch an anime, not read it or whatever. So shout out to Yakuza, because now I can even watch anime in the subbed way, you know, the preferred way by a lot of people. And I just find that kind of funny to, you know, mention this video game right here is the reason I'm able to do that. But, you know, I just really wanted to ramble on about how I'm super excited for the future of the franchise and how just, you know, I'm happy to see that we're getting new games. So many new games, in fact, and it's just super exciting. Also, why does this dude have a giant sword, but when I attack him, he drops a traffic cone? Like, look at that, look at this sword, and then it just turns into a traffic cone. I don't get it. Why is it like that? I mean, I know comically large traffic cones are just kind of like a thing in Yakuza games, but why is the sword got to turn into a traffic cone on me? I don't appreciate it, you know? Well, yeah, with that said, I'll see you champs and champettes tomorrow with another YouTube video. I just really wanted to ramble on about a game that I'm super excited to see releasing next year, and I wanted to, you know, try converting some of you guys into Yakuza Chad. So definitely check it out whenever you get the chance, if you are fine with a lot of cutscenes and subtitled, you know, gameplay or whatever.